Hi, I am Noor, and I am going to demonstrate a orientation presentation to a new nurses in a pediatric unit at a Harrison Hospital. And I am going to use a specific scenario, and this specific scenario will talk about a 2-year-old boy with his father at the hospital. So before we provide any care to this child, we need to review the Piaget theory and Erikson theory to better understand the service that we are going to provide and the thing that we should see and expect from the child. So I am going to start with a Piaget theory on a toddler. As we know, this child is a 2 years. Piaget says the 2 years old child is in sensory-motor stage. And Piaget says toddler, they should fully develop the concept of object permanency. Piaget believes, the toddlers, they imitate the other people's action without knowing the reason. In terms of a language, Piaget believes that toddlers should be able to say 400 words along with 2 to 3 word phrases. Piaget says playhouse is evident in this age. Piaget also says these children, they exhibit separation anxiety when they are not with their parent or when they don't see their parents. That is the main thing under Piaget theory for a toddler. For Erikson believes that toddlers are in autonomy, physical shame, and doubt. Erikson believes toddlers, they strive to do everything independently in order to achieve independence. So Erikson says independence is a paramount in a toddlers. That is the main thing. Erikson says for the toddler behavior, they exhibit two things: egocentric and negativism. Egocentric means that toddler, they just understand their personal feeling or interest, but they don't understand the other people's point of view, which means the toddler should say, I want this, I want that. For a negativism, and Erikson says that the toddler should say no to everything, especially what they don't like. So as a nurse, we should teach the parents to minimize questions that could initiate no answers. Erikson believes for social development during the toddlers express and exhibit separation anxiety, which means when we separate them from the parent, they develop anxiety and fear and an untrusted situation, an uncomfortable situation. And Erikson also believes if a toddler child does not do things successfully, they develop tantrum and behavior, which means they produce confusion. So we should, as a nurse and a parent, to help them to succeed on that project through a safety manner. For body image, during a toddler age, in this stage, The toddlers, they so engage in identifying gender identity. The toddler child might pull his genitalia organs in a public, so we should educate the parents that is expected normal. It is not like something that the child should not do it, but we should let parents know that too. For for appropriate age, for age appropriate activities for a toddler is like the toddlers are in a parallel play, which means toddlers, they like to play with the blocks, they like to look at books, they like to play with push and pull toys, they like to fill an empty containers. For toddler, in terms of a gross motor skill, the 2 years child should be able to walk up and down on the stairs by placing both feet at same step. For fine motor skill, the 2 years should be able to build a tower of 6 blocks without any difficulty. And that is the main thing under the theories. But there is a few things that we should keep in our mind as a nursing to provide a high quality to the toddlers. First, we should let the toddler stay with his parent in order to build a trust relationship with that child. We should use role play technique to make that child comfortable at the clinic. We should demonstrate everything on a doll before we apply the procedure or before we administer medication to the child. We should minimize the physical contact initially with the toddlers. That is all the thing we should keep in mind and practice on daily basis in order to provide a high quality care to the toddlers. Thank you for watching. For the next video, we will do interventions and administering medic and vaccine to the toddler child.